All right, so it's my last day here in Phoenix, I guess. Tomorrow morning, I go to the Grand Canyon. I keep forgetting. But tomorrow I go and like I start and I'm like excited and I'm like not packed. Well, I kind of started packing. I kind of just like throw all my stuff in there. But like I keep like trying to, I don't know. I'm like, what do I wear? What do I wear? What do I wear? I don't know what to wear. Like, I don't know. I'm trying not to take so many stuff. I want to get used to not having so much stuff too. Like, there's so I feel like there's so many benefits to this trip for me personally because I just feel like I'm a mess right now. I'm like it's gonna force me to like whip myself into shape because I've been wanting to, but it's like I don't know. Like I needed something to like commit to, something to like I don't know, just something that mm, not just something for me, but something for other people to see to be like, oh, she's doing something. Like, because I feel like for a while people are just like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Like, don't just hate on people trying to ask you what you're doing. And you're like, none of your business. But, they're my family and friends. So, like, they care. So, like, I have to tell them. But, it doesn't make it easier. I don't know. But, sorry. I keep losing my train of thought because I have a lot of stuff that I'm trying to do before I leave. Like all that stuff, I don't know, you know how you just like gotta leave things okay with people before you leave? Like I'm kind of like that right now. Like I'm trying to make sure like everything's okay. Like I didn't make any promises. I didn't forget. I didn't like tell someone I was gonna do this and then like I didn't do it. Like, make sure I just checked that all my bills were paid. I kind of missed a bill. I feel bad. I'm like, ooh, it's because I have no money and like that one I can't really set it up automatically. I have to do it. Like I have to wait till they charge me and then I pay it. So that's why I didn't pay it. I forgot. They didn't email me. But I'm trying to be better about that. I'm trying to write stuff down more. And I'm getting rid of a lot of stuff too, like, because it's funny, like when you move or like you change something, like, you notice all this old stuff, and you're like, I don't need this anymore. Like, I'm not using it, and I'm trying to do that right now, but it's kind of a mess. I don't know if you can see. Well, that's over there is kind of messy. Like down there is pretty messy. Over here is like way more messy. Yeah. Alright, but as I was saying, I'm just like, I don't know, just like thinking about how I'm gonna start this new like part of my life where I'm gonna go to work at the seasonal job. It's like gonna be a brand new environment, brand new people. I'm not gonna know anyone. It's like I'm basically putting myself in an uncomfortable situation to try and like I'm trying to make myself grow, but like not just that, like um kind of get back to like mm, maybe not like relying on myself, but like partly relying on myself, but also because I'm relying on myself, building that trust in myself again that, I'm gonna be okay and like I can take care of myself and, like, um, I feel like, I don't know, I know I really have to work on like reaching out to people for um, like emotional support and stuff because like I kind of hate talking to like people about my feelings. Like, I don't know why, like, I don't know why. I think I just like convince myself that they don't care and like, um, no matter what I tell them, they're just gonna tell me I'm dumb and like to get over it. Like I don't know why I feel like that a lot. Like I've kind of had a few people talk to me like that before. Like when I was really upset and like whatever they're telling me. Like I know it's because like they're trying to cheer me up and like make it better, but I was kind of just like not having it because in that moment I was upset. So like like all I cared about was like just feeling better in that second. So like them trying to tell me like oh you gotta like I don't know, they just like trying to tell me like you're not the only person that feels sad and blah 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 and like I don't know, it just made me sad and like just feel like it just made me feel so invalidated, like that's how I've been feeling a lot of my life like recently, and it's like I gotta do something about it because if not, I'm just gonna like let all these people like do what they want. I'm just gonna be sad all the time, and it's like I'm that type of person that I build up. Well, I try not to do it anymore. I try to deal with it like as soon as I feel it now, but I feel like in my past like relationships, and I feel like this is romantic, but it's starting to bleed into like it kind of started to bleed in like my, well, okay, I can't be lying. It's been in my like family, but I feel like it started to be in like my friendships, and like I'm just like, why? Like these are like the people I'm supposed to be like counting on and like be able to like be vulnerable with, and it's like I feel like I can't. And it's like why? And it's because I'm blaming them in my head. I'm blaming them, but like I know deep down it's because like I've been like pulling myself away from them. I've been feeling like I can't trust them. Like I don't know why. Like I feel like it's kind of something I like. I know it's something I did to myself because um like one thing that I think about a lot that like I don't know, it makes me sad like for myself, but like looking back now, like I know why I did it. Like I know I was just trying to like protect myself and like my pride and like another person's pride. Like um because like I used to date this guy, and like it was kind of like an abusive relationship. um it wasn't like every day. It was like um I don't know, like it's hard to explain it. Like I don't want to be like saying that like it was like the worst thing that ever happened to me. Like I've had a lot of shitty things happen to me, and like that's definitely one of them. Like um but yeah, I was in a relationship with somebody. They were an alcoholic, and um like I knew I had to get out of there, but I was like so embarrassed to like ask for help. um and part of it was because like I grew up to be known as like this person who's like just like a smart kid who's like gonna go to like college and shit, and like it's like I was supposed to know better. I was. um but like I got stuck in that relationship for so long. Like it should have ended sooner than like it lasted, but I stayed for so long because like something people don't understand, because I don't know, like, or maybe I don't know, I feel like people think like domestic abuse like survivors are like dumb sometimes, or naive, or like they're too nice. I hear that a lot. Like I get it, like you know but that's because I don't know, like one thing I hear a lot is like people that get stuck in those relationships, they're like empathetic people, or like um they just like to like be there for people, like helping people because that makes them feel good and stuff. And like that's definitely true for me. Like I never really realized it until recently. I was a huge people pleaser, like huge, like so bad. Like and it's kind of sad, like looking back at like my old behaviors. I'm like, damn, like I probably looked so desperate to like everybody else, and like I was in denial, like myself. Like I was too proud to see that. I didn't want to admit that to myself. It was so hard. And like um being in that apartment alone, like it kind of like highlighted it for me. I don't know, it's kind of crazy. And like but not just that, like I kind of um I don't know, it was weird. Like instead of talking to someone about it, like um I kind of just try to fix it on my own. So I watch like all these videos on like psychology and like dating and like abuse and like narcissism, empaths, like all that stuff, all that stuff. I watch YouTube for hours. I still do, and like I'm trying to slowly like wean myself off because I gotta go back to being a normal person. I can't be watching TV all day. But um yeah, like I just got stuck and like sucked in and like watching all those videos about like people and how they interact with each other. Like why do people treat each other the way they do? Like why do I let people treat me the way they do? Like I struggled with that for so long, and like I still kind of do. I still like I feel like now I'm just kind of like I kind of just have my guards up right now. I'm just like, I don't want to deal with it because I feel like I'm not ready yet. Um, but um, but what that's caused me to do is kind of just like regress back into myself, and like um, I don't know. I just feel like right now I'm at a point where it's like I'm okay right now. No one's hurting me. Like I'm fine. Like I was fine. Like you know, I don't know. I don't know if it's because of that relationship and like just like all that other shit that happened afterwards that just kind of like was like telling me like, hey, like you, like something's going on where like people are just like kind of being like not nice to you, and like maybe you might have something to do with that. And it's like, oh, like I don't know, like I don't know. At first I was like, oh, there's nothing wrong with me, and then I was like, well, maybe there's something wrong with me, and then I was like, well, like I don't know, you have to get past a lot of like shame and like guilt and like mostly shame from like other people, like for being the way you are and like accepting yourself and like just understanding yourself and like being like, okay, this is me, and like like people don't like this type of person, but I exist, and like there's ways to make me more, I guess, tolerable for society and for myself. And I don't know. Okay, I don't know what I'm saying. I lost my tangent, so I'm gonna go back. Oh yeah, but as I was saying, like once you get past all like the shame and stuff, and like you finally like look at yourself as you are, and like you're like, okay, this is me, and like you have to accept yourself. You have to be like, yeah, this is me. Like I guess I'll tell you me. Like yeah, like I used to be a people pleaser. I used to do like the stupidest shit for like people that did not deserve it. Like because I thought like I thought it would make me feel good because like they would give me that validation, like, oh, you made me like day better, or like, oh, like you've been so great for like I don't know, just stuff like that. Like I do a lot with people, but um, it took me a long time to realize I was seeking like validation from other people externally, um, and then that's why when I was by myself, like I felt like shit because no one was there to tell me I was like great and shit. So and like that shit sucks because like you have to really learn like like I don't know, you gotta just tell yourself, like, in this life, like, even though people do love you and, like, all that stuff, like, at the end of the day, like, if everything was taken away from you, you're all alone. Like, you're by yourself. Like, I don't know, like, I'm starting to realize, like, when you're born, like, who you are, like, that's who you are. Like, people try to change you. People try to tell you, like, if you keep being the way you are, you're gonna turn out like this, you're gonna turn out like this. But that's not true at all. Like, you could be, like, like I don't know, I don't want to generalize and say like anything is possible, but a lot of things that you feel like are impossible really are impossible. You just have to like block out all the stupid like bullshit, all the lies, all the things people are trying to convince you because they went through it. But you got to remember you're not them, and like their reality isn't always your reality, and a lot of times it's just a matter of perspective, and that's like fucking like wild sometimes to like think about, but it's true. Like you know I don't know, like I'm starting to realize that about myself and my life and the people around me. And like um fuck, I forgot what I was saying. But anyways, like the whole point is like I finally learned to like accept myself and like um be more like I don't know, just be more myself, and like let people know like, hey, this is what I like, this is what I don't like, this is how I am. Like and like if you want to deal with that, like like just don't deal with it this way. Like that's the hard part. Like the way people deal with you, like you have to learn like the way they treat you, that's how they're gonna treat you, like for everything about you. And like you have to really like tell yourself like, hey, like look, this person, like I told this person this about me, and like they totally like trashed me right after that because they didn't like it. And it's like if they do that to you, like they're gonna do that to everybody else. They're gonna do that about every little thing about your life, and like the things that are really important to you, like is gonna fuck you up. And I had to learn that like the hard way, unfortunately. And like I feel like I learned that with my ex because oh, I'm sorry, baby. Sorry, I was like I almost like leaned on my cat, but like one thing I learned with my ex is like I don't know, I guess like before, like I guess being a people pleaser, like I don't know, it's like you do little things for people, like they get so happy, they're so thankful. But with my ex, it's like it wasn't enough. And it's like me, when I get a challenge, like I try to find another way around it. I try to like get through it, unless like I realize, oh, it's not gonna work, then I give up. But if I feel like I can do it, like I'll keep going. So like I feel like that's kind of what I did. Like I just try to keep doing like, things to like make him feel better, and like I don't know, it's a lot of things, but after a while like I started noticing like he would just tell me all the time like, why don't you like this person? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Like, and like I would tell him like, oh, like it's because like this and that. He's like, oh no, that's dumb. You don't know that. Like you didn't experience that. You didn't do this. You didn't do that. You don't know. Like you're dumb. Like you don't know anything. Like he would talk to me like that. And like at first, like I don't know. I'm always open to learning, and like I feel like I didn't know him that well, so I was kind of just like, okay, whatever. Let's all right, then tell me what I don't know, because I don't know. Like I would listen to him, and like for a long time I've thought he had more like life experience than me, because he went through a lot of shitty stuff in like his childhood, and like he would tell me about it. He'd be like, that's why people suck and blah blah blah. Like it was so bad. Like like just hit like, and I spent like almost every day with him, like, and it's not like it was bad all the time. It was just sometimes like just one little thing would set him off, and he would just go like on this long ass tangent. Like he would rant about people that he hated, like why he hated them. He would like he would get really vindictive when people he didn't like would be like, caught doing something bad, and like, or like people would mess up. He'd be so vindictive. It was kind of scary, like looking back, like damn, like, and it sucked because when I did mess up, he did not let me forget. He shamed me like every chance he got. He would bring that shit up, and it's like, and like, I don't know. For a long time, I just felt like a crazy person. I was like, because part of me was like, like I was trying to see from both sides. I was trying to work with him. I was trying to like validate his feelings, basically, because you can't just ignore people's feelings. Like they hate. I hate that shit. That's why I'm like I can't ignore people's feelings. I know how important they are to them. And so like I tried so hard to like be here, like be there for him and stuff like that, but like I don't know, he was just so deep in his like mindset that everything's bad and things are always going to be bad, and it's he was just born with bad luck, and he felt like things were never going to get better. And like I tried so hard to like try to help. I don't know, I don't know, it's hard to explain. Like I think at the end, like I did what I could, but with like what I knew, like I didn't know about, but like a lot of I don't know. I need to write a book about this because it's so crazy. Like there's so many things I learned from that relationship, not just about life and like relationships, but like about myself and like people, and like I don't know. I feel like it kind of threw me into this rabbit hole of like what is life. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm just I don't know. I feel like right now I've learned a lot, but like it's mostly been through YouTube and like just my own personal experience, and like looking back at those experiences and trying to figure out like what happened, and like I don't know, cuz me, I'm the type of person that always needs to know like the truth. I always need to know like what's up, or else I'm just going to feel like what the fuck is going on. Like I hate feeling confused. That's like the one thing I hate. I hate it so much cuz I don't know, it makes you scared, cuz you don't know what's going to happen, like. And I was like, I was in that for a long time too. I was like scared. I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, I don't want to do anything because everything sucks. And like, I'm finally like getting out of that. It took so long. I had to fight myself. I had to tell myself, hey, like, those dumbass thoughts that you're having, that, everything sucks. Like, you're, like, I don't know, like, I had to challenge them. I had to tell myself, why does this suck, huh? Like, you know, how like kids ask questions about religion, like, and then the parents are like, oh, I don't know, like just it's up to God, like it's that kind of thing. Like I feel like before that would be my answer, like, oh, that's just how things are, like, but I'm like, no, it doesn't have to be that way. Like I could, things could be different, or I could just make them different, or I could just, I could change so that they don't have to be like that. And like, um, I had to start with my mindset first. Like that was definitely the first thing, like dismantling all like the limiting beliefs, and like um just like catastrophic all or nothing type of thinking. I was really like that for a long time, and I still kind of am with some things that I feel like I'm not ready to like change yet. um But like slowly, yeah, slowly dismantling that and like changing and like accepting and like being able to move on. And I feel like now I'm like finally getting into a better place where it's getting a little bit, it's not easy, but it's getting easier to at least be aware of it and like be able to deal with it in the moment. Um, but yeah, I don't know. That's just how I'm feeling right now. Before I go on this trip to the Grand Canyon, and yeah, I just like I really this for me this trip is like I'm gonna get whipped back into shape. It's like boot camp for me. So no drugs. I have to work. I have to sleep, stay in that bed. I have to keep my area clean. I'm sharing a room with another person, so I gotta deal with that person. I'm sharing the dorms. I have to clean the hotels. I have to go through people's filth. That's gonna be fun. I look want to buy a black light and be like, I know they have like flashlights. Maybe I'll get one. And I can show you guys all the nasty stains at the Grand Canyon. But like, I don't know, being able to finally like all that stuff, like I had so much shame around the relationship for so long, and like it was affecting all the other people that I was like connecting with after that, and like I feel like they could see it, but like I couldn't. Like I just tried, and it's funny because I feel like some people maybe thought me I was boring or something because I would just be like, what I would kind of just be complacent. I could just be like, okay, we'll just do what you do, and like okay, and like I wouldn't ask them anything. I would just be like, whatever. Like they would ask me stuff, and I don't know, like I don't know. It's like for a while, it's kind of just like I'm nothing. Don't look at me. Like don't worry about me. I'm just here. I'm just existing, and like that's boring as fuck. So yeah. But like I'm finally like now I don't know, it's so crazy. It's like I was finally able to like go that relationship and all the shame around it and like myself and like I don't know, it's so crazy. I feel so free. Like like I wasn't even married or have kids with this guy. It was just like it was just really like fucking heavy like shit that went on in there like behind closed doors that not even behind closed doors, like some of it got exposed, but like even then nobody gave a fuck. Like it was like, oh well, she's choosing to be with him, so I had to get myself out of there eventually. But um yeah, it's like I don't know, I just feel like people like I don't know, I feel bad for especially right now, like I don't want to like say anything because I'm trying to be away from that. But, like I feel like right now, no, I don't want to say it. I can't say it. I'm not ready yet. Okay, I'm just gonna say that I just want to make this video. Well, okay, but I just hope that if you're watching this and maybe you're like me, like you don't like opening up to people because you feel like they're just gonna reject you, like that's totally normal. I'm pretty sure everybody feels like that, especially like if it's especially I want you to think about this because it's something I realized like recently. If you tell like people will test you, they'll ask you stuff, and depending on how you answer, they'll ask you another question related, like maybe more in depth or about themselves. If you fail that first test, um yeah, like people are gonna be like, oh, I can't talk to you. And after that, it's like I can't tell you about this anymore because you're gonna react this way. And it's gonna make me feel bad. And like I'm starting to learn that I do that like subconsciously, and like I kind of started doing it with my family and then my friends, and like that's why I felt so alone. So I was like, fuck. And then I was like, okay, like why do I feel like I have to question myself? Like why do I feel like this? Like what did they say or do to give me the impression that you know or is there anything that they said and did that gave me that impression? But maybe they did it. Maybe somebody else did it. And I'm just like thinking they're gonna be the same because I see them kind of like similar or like I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. You just gotta learn like why you do the things you do, and like be able to like accept them and work with them and like just live how you want to live. So yeah, that's like all I've been thinking about like the last day or two. And I'm starving. I gotta eat. And then I promised my friend I would make him edibles, but I haven't. So, and I leave in like Oh my god, when do I leave? I leave in like 15 hours, I think, or 20 hours. I'll just say like 20 hours. I don't know. I'm ready to go though. So, like, my spirit is ready, but like everything else is not. So, I have to go back to packing and hopefully I don't keep getting distracted. So I'm like on YouTube too. I left it on. I was in the middle of the reading and then I started looking at. Well, I have my computer on too, and now I'm packing. So, my God, it's already 4:30. I've been here for like an hour. Okay, I'm gonna go.